Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri 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 Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om Pranams. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. So we were going through the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 6, sloka number 1. So realization comes only when the knowledge dawns that one is not the doer. There we were. So doership should not be there. So once this happens, we will not be bound, even if the body does the necessary actions. This is what happens. So this is what Bhagavan says here. Anashrita karma phalam. Generally, an action is performed with the desire for its fruit. Any action performed without ashraya, dependence on the result of action, it will not bind the person. So the problem does not lie in the performance of the action, but in the desire that propels it. Desire is the problem. Without desire, if we do, it will not bind us. But with the desire, if we do, it will bind us. So action, by doing any action, we are not bound. Only expectation, the desire is there, then the problem comes. If the action is not desire driven and is being performed for the benefit of all, or if it is one's swadharma, then it will not bind, be it a Vedic ritual or any other. We also gone through Chandrasekhar Bharati Swami and Shiva Puja. Karyam karma karoti yaha. Karyam karma means nitya karma, the actions that the body is habituated to. So Chandrasekhar Bharati Swami was a mighty spiritual master who belonged to the parampara of Sringeri Mutt. He was always in such an elevated spiritual state that he could not perform the activities related to the administration of the mutt. Appointing another sannyasi to take this up, he completely withdrew from these affairs and lived aloof most of the time. One of his devotees observed him during Shiva Puja every day. And one day he asked, Swamiji, you have withdrawn from the mutt and from all involvement with worldly activities in order to be free of action. You are a sannyasi and are not enjoined to perform rituals such as puja. Despite all this, why do you continue with this puja? The Swami smiled at him and remarked, what else do you expect me to do? Yes, indeed. So when the body is habituated to doing something, it just continue to do it. There is no purpose for the action. It is not done seeking any benefit from God. It is just that the body is doing that activity out of sheer habit. So whatever karma is needed to be done by a body gets done through that body. So sannyasi cha yogi cha. Such a one is a sannyasi and a yogi. He is a real renunciate. He is not someone who has simply given up fire related rituals and outward actions. He is a gnani and also a karma yogi. So for a sadhaka, it is beneficial to have some amount of external activity such as rituals, worship, or some noble service dedicated to the divine. Such activities help to dissipate any surface energy that may cause disturbance during his meditation. And what remains is the distilled essence or the cream of one's vitality. So this refined energy is highly refined and makes the mind absorbed in meditation. This refined energy is highly refined and makes the mind absorbed in meditation. Many sadhakas in Arunachala have remarked that going around the holy hill for pradakshina has been a helpful aid for their meditation. So the meditation that seems impossible while sitting down becomes easy and effortless while walking. So the surface energy is expended in the effort that is put into walking. Along with walking, when one contemplates deeply, deeper levels of energy get conserved in the heart. Deeper energy gets conserved in the heart. So many mystics have stumbled upon this secret of walking meditation. They have discovered that long walks greatly enhance their meditation. Many saints walked all their lives. In all spiritual traditions, service rendered in the place of worship or to the Guru is considered greatly purifying. Special point. In a way, this chapter reveals the practicals of spiritual life. Mind is nothing but thoughts and emotions. What is mind? Mind is nothing but thoughts and emotions. Bundle of thoughts are called mind. So, on deeper analysis, it is found that thoughts and emotions are nothing but scattered energy. Thoughts and emotions are nothing but scattered energy. When prana or vital energy is disturbed, it becomes the mind. Prana in conflict is mind, whereas the same prana, when in perfect order, is harmony, health, and vitality. So thoughts have no place in such a harmonious state. Action, vital energy, mind. This is the sequence from outside to inside. Any unresolved actions creates disorder in the prana. It brings about discordant notes in the prana. Such chaotic prana creates an inner disturbance, and that is called mind. That is the mind. If action creates no ripple in the system, the mind is not born. If action creates no ripple in the system, the mind is not born. Mind is a symptom of disorder, the conflict between action and prana. So mind comes only when disturbance is there inside between prana and vital energy. If action creates no ripple in the system, the mind is not born. So mind is a symptom of disorder. Mind is a symptom of disorder. The conflict between action and the prana. So mind is born when conflict takes place between action and prana. Between action and prana, when there is a conflict, mind is born. Otherwise, if it is harmonious, no ripples, then mind is not born. That means there are no thoughts, there won't be any thoughts. So action can become prana, completely resolved, only when one has learned the secret of karma yoga. Action can become prana. Action can become purna, completely resolved, only when one has learned the secret of karma yoga. Performing karma without counting on the fruit, anashrita karma phalaha. Anashrita karma phala. Without desire, without expecting any fruits of action, if we perform, then it becomes purna, completely resolved. Then mind is not born. When we do any action without desire, without expectation of fruits of the action, if we do, then mind is not born. If one can action can become purna, completely resolved, only when one has learned the secret of karma yoga, means performing karma without counting on the fruit, anashrita karma phalam. The desire for the fruit of action, which in itself is unpredictable. Can we predict anything? Because we may do the work, but the result what it comes, we don't know. It is given by the divine. So we are unpredictable. That's why it creates conflict. The desire for the fruit of action, which in itself is unpredictable, creates conflict. When the result is favorable, one is happy. When it is more than expected, it leads to acceleration. When unfavorable, unhappiness sets in. When the result is adverse or has an ill effect, anger and depression set in. We all know all these things. This is due to anchoring the mind on the fruit of action. Anchoring the mind on the fruit of action. So all these problems bound a person who burns with a desire. If one can find joy in the sheer acting alone, the work should give me the joy, not the result, not the expectation, nor the desire. So, while performing the action, I should enjoy the action. So, my mind is completely absorbed in the action because there is no desire, no expectation of fruit. If one can find joy in the sheer acting alone without any other expectation, then the action ends here and now. The action ends here and now. So we are no more bound if we do the action like that. Such action is complete action. Such an action is a real sannyasi, a real yogi. Such an actor who does the action like that is a real yogi or a sannyasi. Also, such action does not strike any notes, pleasant or unpleasant, in the subtle body. Thus, the subtle body gets washed clean. Such a pure mind is ready to dive into the heart. It is only in such a plane that a paradigm shift from the mind to the plane of the inner being is possible. So then only we can shift our mind from outer to the inner. Then the mind becomes a mirror which reflects the inner being. Mind becomes pure, no? So it becomes a mirror. So it reflects the inner being, what is my real nature. Then we are going to second sloka. Chapter number 6, sloka number 2. Yam sanyasamiti prahuhu yogam tam vidhi pandava nahasyanyasta sankalpaha yogi bhavati kaschana. Yam sanyasamiti prahuhu yogam tam vidhi pandava nahya sanyasta sankalpaha yogi bhavati kaschana. O Pandava, know that as yoga. Know that as yoga, which is called sannyasa. For none becomes a yogi without renouncing sankalpas. So what we need to renounce is not the action. What we have to renounce is desire. Sankalpa, vikalpa. Sankalpa. Okay, renounce the renouncer. Renounce the renouncer. This verse is very striking. Sannyasa is yoga and yoga is sannyasa. Sannyasa means renunciation. What should one renounce? Sannyasa means renunciation. What should one renounce? What we are supposed to renounce? What are we supposed to renounce? Desire. Sankalpas. What should one renounce? Bhagavan says renounce all desires, concepts and ideas. Renounce all the image making in the mind. Renounce all goals and renounce becoming. All these put together come under one word, sankalpa. What is sankalpa means? He is explaining. Renounce all desires, concepts and ideas. And renounce all the image making in the mind. Renounce all goals and renounce becoming. I want to become something, no? That becoming. So all these put together come under the word sankalpa. So one who has renounced all sankalpas, the sankalpa sannyasi, is a real sannyasi. Someone asked Sri Ramana Maharishi, should I not renounce all my possessions? What all I am possessing, should I not renounce? The sage replied, the possessor too. Not only the possessions, who is possessing this, no? You renounce that possessor also. What a powerful Upadesha that is. Renounce the renouncer. When the ego is given up, everything is given up. The renouncer is the ego, no? So ego is given up, everything is given up. So renounce the renouncer. When the ego is given up, everything is given up. So Maharishi has declared several times that sannyasa means giving up the ego. Sannyasa means giving up the ego. Ahankara. Ego means ahankara. Devoid of the ego, even a householder is a sannyasi. Though one might sport a shaved head and akar robes, as long as the ego and desire remain, he is not a sannyasi, but only a samsari. Suppose a person takes akar robes, shaves his head and all, takes sannyas, no? But he is not a sannyasi unless he renounces the ego and desire. Ego and desire, renounced person, even if he is a householder, he is called sannyasi. He may be wearing normal dress, he is living in the house, but if he renounces the ego and the desire, he is a sannyasi. You may be at home, you may not shave head, you may not change the dress, but if you are able to renounce the desire and the ego, though you are in family life, professional life, social life, in samsara, but still you are called sannyasi. What is needed to be renounced? Desire and ego. Desire and ego, we should not forget. Renouncing, what should we renounce? Ego and the desire. So when we renounce ego and desire, we are called sannyasi, not by changing the outer appearances. Now we are very clear. So sannyasi means who renounces the ego and the desire. So he may be a householder also, he will be called as sannyasi, because he renounced the desire and ego. So here Bhagavan explains who is a sannyasi and who is a yogi. When all desires are given up, the mind becomes quiet and one becomes a yogi. When all desires are given up, no more desires left, the mind becomes calm and quiet. There is nothing to think. No desire is there, it will be going on thinking. Now there is no desire, no thinking. Does that mean there is no mind? Mind becomes quiet. The mind becomes quiet and one becomes a yogi. Sannyasa is inner, it is within. Sannyasa is not outer appearance, it is inner. Nahi asanyasta sankalpaha. Without renouncing the image making sankalpa, no one can become a yogi. Traditionally, one must perform Viraja Homa, burning away all the dust and impurities before taking up sannyasa. What are the impurities to be burnt? These are the desires and cravings that are carried within. The desires and the cravings that are carried within. The entire mind must be offered in the fire of jnana. Ultimately, the person who performs the homa, the I must also be offered in the fire. When we perform homa, what we offer? We offer ghee, no? So many other things. But what do we need to offer? The I, ego I, ahankara, that we need to offer. Ultimately, the person who performs the homa, the I must also be offered in the fire. Everything is offered, and I offer myself as well. This is the auspicious end of Pavamana Sukta, the most purifying mantra. When such yoga happens within, all identification with the body, mind, and everything else is removed by jnana. Then, wherever he is or however he is a sannyasi. A Paramahamsa, he is in the yoga state. So it is very, very clear what we need to renounce. Ego and the desires. Ego and desires need to be renounced. Then we are called a sannyasi, not by changing the outer dress. How to? How to? If it is seen, we can remove, isn't it? It is not seen, it is a bhavana. Doership. I am the doer. We are thinking we are the doer, no? You have come to ashram, you think you have come, isn't it? So like that we think, no, anything we do, we think we are doing it. So the doership should go. How? Because God is the doer. How can we say? Papa says God means the subtle, mysterious power which is expressing in the form of life. When there is no life in this, it is a dead body. No activity goes on. We have seen a dead body. Any activity is going on in any part of the body? But when life is there here, all activities are going on. Then how can we say we are doing it? Because it is happening. Now breathing is going on, blood circulation is going on, digestion is taking place, isn't it? Inside everything is happening, no? Is it happening or we are going and doing? When we sleep also, breathing is going on. Can we say we are doing it? Is it happening or we are doing breathing? In dead body it is not there, no? But here it is there. That means there is some power which is doing. I am not doing, because when I sleep, the breathing is going on. How can I say I am doing it? When we go to sleep also breathing is on, no? Can we say we are doing? Blood circulation is going on. Digestion is taking place, isn't it? Huh? That's what, blood circulation, heart is beating, isn't it? Correct? Heart is beating, pulse is happening, isn't it? Temperature is maintained in the body. Simple temperature, 98.4, otherwise we are dead. How is it maintained? Am I doing anything? When life is there, all the things are happening. When life is not there, it is not happening. God is in the form of life principle. That is why, but we think we are doing it. When there is no power of God, I am a dead body. No activity takes place, though all organs are present. Hand is there, cannot move. Eye is there, cannot see. Ear is there. Huh? That is what we should understand. It is that power doing. Then this ego, that. Pardon? That is true. 100% God's grace only. But we should also put our effort. Shastra says you put your effort, then slowly when time comes, God's grace will come. But you don't sit and then say God's grace will come, that it will go. No.
Leave the ego automatically.
No, it's not like that. See, we should understand it is God's power which is doing everything. I am nothing. Oh Lord, you are everything. When you are not there, I have no existence. Can we drink a glass of water when there is no life? Now we are able to drink because of that power of God is within me. Isn't it?
Ego is coming automatically to ideas. How can you
First thing, understand it is God who is doing. Then the understanding that will remove the ego. That is what happens. It is not a thing which is there, we remove and keep it. No, it is a bhavana. It is only a feeling that I am doing. It is a bhavana. That bhavana will be removed by understanding God is the real doer. I am nothing. I am only an instrument in His hands. That bhavana, if I develop, ego won't be there. So to understand now, we can't understand because impure mind is there with us. What is impurity? Ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance is I am thinking, I am the body, mind, intellect. That is the ignorance. But I am that power of God, that Atman, the spirit, the self. But I am not aware. I feel I am this. So that bhavana, thinking that this I am. So to remove that, there is a sadhana, discipline called sadhana given. By going through the process, then slowly the mind becomes pure. Then the ego disappears. So it is a process. Now, for example, a seed is there, no small seed. A tree is hidden in that. Can we just break and bring out the tree? No. We have to make a conducive atmosphere, put the seed, isn't it? Seedling will come. Then slowly, small, then plant, then we protect with the fence and all, isn't it? Then it will grow big. But it is a process, isn't it? There is a process involved. Even in milk, there is a ghee, butter, no? But can we see in the milk? No. There is a process, no? We have to boil the milk. Then we have to bring it to some certain temperature. Then put little curd. Then put it whole night, isn't it? Then next day morning it becomes curd. Then when we churn the curd, the butter comes, isn't it? It is all process, no? But can we see in the milk the butter? We can't see, no? But it is there, hidden, no? Like that, God's power is hidden. So we have to go through the process. There is no other go. So God's grace means what? Remembering that I am that God. I am not the body, mind, intellect. That is called grace, remembrance. Papa says remembrance is grace. Because when His grace is there, we will be able to remember the God. So remembrance is God, the grace. And His grace is pouring. But like rainy season, rain is falling. If I hold umbrella, can the rain fall on me? So grace is pouring on everybody, but I am covering, I don't want, I am not allowing. Grace is pouring, God pours the grace on all equally, but I should be receptible. Suppose we take a vessel to the water, if we keep like this, we can fill the full. If we keep like this, little, but if we keep like this, no, we can't put anything, no, we are like this. Grace is there, water is there, but if I keep the vessel like this, water won't, receptibility. So that's why it is a process. Just sitting and grace will come, or God, why He is not doing? No. We have to make our effort. Self-effort. Self-effort should be there, and then God's grace. Both will go hand in hand. So once there is a story. This is a real happened story. Only once one person who is a bhakta of Hanumanji. So he was going in a bullock cart, taking some items, then going. So while going, in one place, his wheel got into the earth. It has gone inside and then it has become like this, tilted. Then what to do? What is he supposed to do? Suppose he sits and sits, I am a bhakta, I will pray, Hanumanji should come and lift. Then God won't come. He should also try and pray. Then God also comes and helps. He comes. But we should also try to pull it out with prayer. Prayer and self-effort should go hand in hand. Then God mysteriously will help us. So it's not that I will sit here, I am a bhakta. Okay, whenever you want, let the grace come, otherwise let him not do. He won't do. So both have to go. We know by our self-effort nothing happens, but still we have to put the effort. That is God's law. God has got his own laws. A person has to put the self-effort, then God will help. If I don't put the effort, he won't. He has his own law. So we have to go through some process. Ego is not a thing to be removed. It is a bhavana inside. There is nothing. It is a bhavana, thinking, wrong thinking. So wrong thinking can be removed by right thinking. But how to think right? That Guru or Mahatmas, scriptures, they all will tell us. No school will teach us how to think right. Bhagavad Gita teaches how to think right. Correct. That is, there is a process, because there are so many methods of process, every method is right. So here the method taken by our master is japa, that is chanting of the name of the Lord, nama, then seva, then dhyana. Three should go hand in hand. He said all three simultaneously to be done. Then the ego will go. And our master has done it, he proved it, he lived it. It's not that he told from books, he experienced it, how it has happened to him. So, and people met him, they know, it's not that some history, no. He lived up to 63. So he has done it. He used to chant the nama.
They are having so many issues of mind. Without the knowledge, the ego is coming.
That is why we need to train our mind, no? We need to go through some process, some discipline. Isn't it? Then only it will come. Without doing, just I talk and go, nothing happens, isn't it? Suppose you want to eat something, you read about it, you ask somebody, then sit, will it come to you? What we have to do? We have to go purchase the ingredients, isn't it? All things. Not only purchasing and keeping, you have to make it, isn't it? And the making and keeping also won't happen, you have to eat it, no? Like that, sadhana need to be done. That is what Mahatmas and Shastra says. So we need to do something, no? So take up some guru, you select which suits you, which method suits you, you select. So many methods are there. Then go through the process. That is what Guru said, you do it, experiment it, check whether it, and then whether, verify it, whether it is really working or not. Our Hindu, this thing is verifiable truth. They will not say blindly follow. They said it is verifiable truth, scientific, it is proved. So it's not a blind thing. So you should also do it, experiment it. Papa has experimented, then he has got it. Then he gave it to the world. So like that in our life, somebody's, if we come and then quote, nothing will happen. I also have to go through, isn't it? You may come and tell payasam is very sweet, this payasam is very nice, very nice. All telling is okay, but unless I eat, How will I know the taste? So one has to experience it.
How do you select the guru? How do you select the guru?
How to
Select the guru.
select the guru. From within he will guide you. First thing, I should have that aspiration, I need a guru. That feeling should come from within. I want a guru. I want to become better. I want to get rid of this, all this. That aspiration comes, God is within us only. He takes a form, then he comes. Either we will be, when aspiration is there, whether we are taken to that guru or guru comes where we are. It happens in everybody's life. That intense aspiration should be there. That's all, nothing else. First feeling should be there. I need somebody, some guide, some guru. In external world, for everything we are doing, a teacher is needed, for studies. Though mother, father teaches, the child goes to school, isn't it? He studies. Think. External, anything we want to do, we have somebody to guide, isn't it? But this is spiritual also, we need somebody, some guide. That feeling should come, I need, I want it. Then immediately God will provide. Either he comes nearer to you or you will be taken to that guru. It happens. And from within it comes. That is what Mahatma says.
You are telling the Christ of guru is very important. The Christ of guru is very, very important.
No outsider can select for you. From within, he will guide you. God is seated within you, he will guide you. He will prompt you.
For example, Swami Vivekananda is taking so many years to select the guru, Ramakrishna.
But he did not accept, he selected himself only. That is how one should be. Just simply telling we should not accept. That's why he became great, So we should not follow anything. What inner, Unless he was convinced. He used to ask everybody, Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, have you seen God? Nobody could say we have seen. There are people, but we have not seen. That is how people used to answer. So same question, whomever he meets, he used to ask, have you seen God? So nobody could answer. So one day in one class is going on, the teacher told, he asked, he said, I have not seen, but there is a master. People say that he has seen. So you come, I will take you. That is how he has been taken to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. But when he was taken, he did not believe. He did not even accept us. What is this? This man looks like a mad only. Why they brought me here? That is how he thought. But the question, same question he asked. Have you seen? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also, Swami Vivekananda asked the same question. Have you seen God? He smiled and said, I have seen like how I am seeing you. First time. He answered. But still he was not convinced. But he very clearly he answered. So how I am seeing you, I have seen God like this. First person. But he did not get impressed and then immediately came. He went away. Then Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has to wait many years for him. Later only he came again. He was brought. So many things we all read, isn't it? You may be knowing. But that is how one should be. Unless that comes, it has to come from within. Then only it stays. It is ours. Otherwise simply hearing and then imitating, that will not stay with us. So that is what Papa Mataji, all Mahatma says, Guru, when you have that intense aspiration, I want to get rid of this, what is this? Every time, because very little happiness, more of misery, that is what life we have gone through. So I don't want this type there has to be some permanent happiness, permanent peace. I want that feeling, intensely, if it comes from the bottom of our heart, God will arrange in such a way, either we will be taken to that Guru or the Guru will come walking to you. Many Mahatmas' life it is happened. Aurobindo, he never went to Guru. There is one Mahat who came, who is Aravinda, he asked and then he came, he said, I have been sent. So in my dream, God told that I have to give you initiation. He said, no, I am very busy with the, country is going through so much of misery. I have got lot of things to do. Please, not now. He said, no, because there is an order from within. I have to give you. He said, no. Then he has to convince. He told, no, this is the thing. Then he said, okay, you wait. I will go for 3 days mauna, solitude. Then I will tell you. He went inside, closed. So the Guru who came, he told, I have been sent, I have to give like this. Then he said, I am very busy, you may tell do this, do that and all. No, I have to spend my life to country. Country is going through, there was freedom fighting was going on. Then he said, no, you have to, these are the instructions, you please. So he said, then what I have to do? So I want to initiate. So initiation, mantra initiation, He said, then what I have to do? He said, you just go for 3 days, no thoughts should be there. Without thoughts, come back, I will give you, then finish, you can continue your work and do your sadhana. So he just went inside, sat. Then within 3 days, completely thoughtless state, he went, then came back, then took the initiation. Three days only. So like that intense aspiration, I have the capacity to do anything what I want. Inner capacity God has gifted us, but we are not aware. We don't know we have that capacity. That is the problem. We think, in spirituality somebody else will come and do. But as a children, how did we learn anything? When we were born, we have no language. From mother's womb, when we came out, we don't know anything, isn't it? How did we manage? We managed the whole world with one cry. That was our language, isn't it? When a child cries, everybody becomes alert, everybody fondles, everybody takes care, isn't it? Whole family. Are we not controlled all those people? Just think, with one cry, no language. And for everything, only one cry I express, they will understand what are my needs. They attended, For food, I cry, isn't it? For toilet, I cry, isn't it? Anything beaten or anything happens, I cry, but they understand, what is happened, then they will attend, They have done it, That is done by us only. Just think. And we didn't have any language. After that, we want to learn the language. How did we learn? No outsider has encouraged us. Nothing was there. Only one thought. I want to learn. That's all. I want it. I learned. That's all. Then we don't know walking, As a child. How, Never stopped, Started walking. People, they say, hey, you will fall, but he will not care, I want to walk. That only one thought, nothing else was there with him, isn't it? Bruises comes, then fallen, but he will not leave, Somehow he will try, isn't it? We have gone through all that, Not somebody, we only, isn't it? We walked. Then after learning the walking, first it was a real very difficult, First time when we are walking as a child. But once the walking is learned, it become effortless now. Are we putting any effort? But how did it become effortless? Through effort. No? So anything through effort we learn, then it becomes effortless, Speech. When we are learning, it is very difficult. So many people will be laughing, so many things. But I never cared. I want. Isn't it? I learned, that's all. What people thinks, what happens, all secondary to me, isn't it? I don't care. I want it. I learn. That's all. So that capacity is there within us. Spirituality also we have to do that. We think spiritual means somebody will come and put the hand, somebody will do some miracle, isn't it? We will give something to somebody, somebody should know. We have to do ourselves. And capacity is there to do. So we should do it. Only by doing. Effort, self-effort, isn't it? Whatever we learned, no? How did we pass so many classes? By putting effort, no? We have studied, no? Examination, no book will be there. Nobody will help us. We read it, no? Assimilated it. Nothing, no teacher will tell. But we have written, no? Isn't it? But we made effort, no? So same thing in spiritual line also I need to do, isn't it? Put self-effort, then effortless it becomes. All masters they have gone through. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda, everybody has gone through the sadhana, no? They all worked for it, no? We have to pay the price. Then we will get it. Simply it won't come. Talking will not give. Only by doing. Any masters, some method you take, continue doing. The master is seated within you. He will help you. He will guide you. That is how Papa started. Papa was going through so many difficulties. You read about Papa's book, In Quest of God, one book is there. Kindly go through. Tamil also it is there. So English also it is there. Kindly go through. How much struggle he went through. He was going through successive failures in the life. Continued, he got fed up. Then one day he said, no, this is not. Where is the permanent rest, relief? Where is the rest? Where is the relief? He cried out from his heart. Immediately God heard. Intuitively he got the answer. Then totally transformed his life. So everybody's life we have to do it. Simply eating, sitting and then talking, telling, nothing happens. We have to do it. We have to put effort. Somewhere we have to start. We should not think, oh, all time has gone, I have become old. Doesn't matter. Because in spirituality, Bhagavad Gita says, whatever you do, it will not go waste. It will continue in your next life. It comes with you. Whatever sadhana you do, little. But start. We should start somewhere, isn't it? Somewhere we have to start. That is what, starting. Only talking will not do. Isn't talking is not doing, isn't it? Reading is not doing. Asking is not doing. Doubt clarification is not doing. Doing only is doing, isn't it? We have to do it. So Papa Mataji Swamiji's simple method is Nama chanting. You don't need anything. Nama chanting. Seva means not anything else. In there, this thing, Seva means from morning we get up till night we go to bed. Whatever we do with love and gratitude, if we do, that is called Seva. Any activity we do, any work we do with love, with gratitude, that is called Seva. If we do like that outside everything, all activities, mind becomes calm, quiet, serene. Then by chanting, what happens? Man ekagra, one-pointedness of the mind. By doing this seva outside with love and gratitude, purification of the mind takes place. So, chitta suddhi, then chitta ekagrata, both comes. Then jnana dance. Jnana comes to us.
Self-effect is important.
Very important. Self-effort, prayer, both should go hand in hand. That aspiration. Anything I achieved like that only. Somebody wants to become a IAS. So he won't sit and say, I am a bhakta of so and so, he will come and do. Isn't it? It won't happen. He works for it, no? Self-effort only. So scripture says, Mahatma says, you have to put your effort. And everybody paid their price. Mahatma's life, if you read Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivek, they have gone through, so many difficulties, so many things, isn't it? It's not so cakewalk, Their life is also full of problems. But they came out, shining. And God has provided us so many things, so many comforts. Now if we can't do, next we don't know how we are going to be born. So we should make use of this life, now and here. Not after some time, after few days, no. Next life, how will we know? Present is the best. Start doing now and here, that's all. Thinking, time will go. Then one day our date will come, expiry date of death, finish. So start doing it. Here simple method. Nama chanting is going on in a Samadhi mandirs, so attend. So mind becomes one-pointed, calm, quiet. The chanting will make the mind calm, quiet, serene, one-pointedness, ekagra. Then only you will know the power of God is within, otherwise we will not know. That is the reason continuously Nama chanting goes on here, Nama chanting. Then whatever is done, we do with love and gratitude, because it is God who is making me to do. He has given me an opportunity. It's not that I am doing to somebody. He has provided me an opportunity. So with love, with gratitude, whatever you do, if you take a glass of water, with love, gratitude. If you use your mobile, keeping, with love and gratitude. If you leave your chappal, with love and gratitude. That is what Papa Mataji, Swamiji practiced and told. They have done it in their life. Whatever we do, all activities, because God is in the form of life, that's why all the things are happening. And in all, one power is seated, one God is seated. So with that bhavana, if I do, mind becomes calm, quiet. So chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata. Both taken place means then jnana comes, ahankara vanishes. If we want to remove the darkness, can we go and do anything? No. If we can't remove the darkness. How will we remove the darkness? By bringing a light. Isn't it? Light comes, darkness goes. You don't have to remove. Ahankara goes when jnana comes. So our effort should be bring the jnana. But jnana won't come unless chitta suddhi, chitta ekagrata takes place. That is the light. Jnana is the light. Ignorance means darkness. So what we have to do? Chittam ekagrata, chitta shuddhi. Chitta shuddhi happens by karma yoga. Chitta ekagrata happens by taking the name of the Lord. So if I do this both, then light comes, jnana comes. Jnana comes, darkness I don't have to go and remove. Isn't it? Ahankara I don't have to remove. When jnana comes, ahankara has no place. When sun comes, darkness I have to go and remove anywhere. That is what? Jnana comes, ahankara goes. So my duty is to bring jnana, not remove the ahankara. Concentrate on bringing the jnana, not the removing the ajnana. Ajnana cannot be removed by any method. The darkness cannot be removed by any method. Only thing is I have to bring light. Isn't it? Jnana is light. So that jnana can take, the light comes only when I remove the impurities. By purifying the mind by karma yoga. Karma yoga, how to do? With love and gratitude, all my activities. That is called karma yoga. Service means any act. When you brush, while keeping the brush with love and gratitude. When you use a mug, bucket, commode, with love and gratitude. With love and gratitude. Because it is helping you. Isn't it? Is it not helping me?
Faith and flavors is important.
When we keep the chapel with love and gratitude, it helped me. When I use the mobile while keeping with love, because it helped me. If I do like that, all my activities, that is called seva. That brings the mind purification. And every day, no need to change any activities. In all activities, with love. After using the book while keeping with love and gratitude, it helped me, no? That is called seva.
The faith and flavors is important. Faith and
Let us not get into, first start doing, God will provide everything, but without starting reading the books, listening and talking won't help us. Start doing. Everything experientially, God will guide us because He is seated within. Faith will come, everything will come. See, when I keep with love and gratitude, everything will come, isn't it? Mind becomes calm, quiet. All activities, not one. From the time we get up till night we go to bed. This mic, it is helping me, no? With love. Feeling, not outside. The bhavana should come from the heart. Each act it should come, not once just telling no. The feeling should come, then action won't be there. You are not bound. That is what Bhagavad Gita now also is telling. When we have love and gratitude, if we do, action won't bind us. There is no action there, only love. In all activities, then purification comes. And by chanting and taking the name of the Lord, to remember Him, and then mind becomes one point. Then only inward journey, dhyana can take place. Otherwise mind will be going around so many places, wandering. It is not possible. That is the reason first we have to do both. Papa used to say, our inner aspiration should be compatible with the outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. So what all we talk, whatever we do, with humbleness, with gratitude, if we do, then purification takes place. Otherwise, no. If I think, why should I tell, why should I do, then finish. We are going away from it. Because God has provided, and God is acting through all names and forms, one power, scientifically one energy expressing through all names and forms. So that is the truth. So best is Papa, so simple thing. Join as many programs as possible. Every half an hour ladies, half an hour gents round will be there. Go and experiment and see yourself how the mind is behaving, isn't it? Because when we come into the ashram, we are away from routine challenges and all. Our mind is free. Then we can check by attending Ramnam sessions. Just to check what is happening. How the mind was earlier, how the mind it is now. So this is the place where, we can learn, we can do. Mataji used to say, so ashram is a school. We are coming here to learn universal love and service. Mataji also used to ask the devotees, which school will allow you if you come and sit in the same class year after year? So we should progress. As a mother, no? So simple thing Papa has advised, whatever you do, you leave your chapel with love because it helped you. When we keep this dress for washing, with love because it helped me. When I use a soap while keeping with love because it helped me for cleansing, that feeling, bhavana should be there. Then mind gets purified. These are all, Papa said, do not avoid any activity. Whatever you are doing, but do with love, with bhavana. Then mind becomes habituated to fill with love. Isn't it? then it becomes calm, quiet, serene, ready, available for the inward journey. Otherwise, it is not possible. And try here, because it is a place where you can experiment. Going home, no, so many other things, so many distractions will be there. When you come to ashram, nicely you can try. See yourself. So anyway, Guru will come, Guru will guide. So that is what Mahatma says. If you have the aspiration, I want to get rid of this bondage, this birth and death, cycling. Punarati jananam, punarati maranam. I want to avoid. That feeling comes, then God will help us. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams to you all. Pujya Swamiji has reached the ashram around 1:40 afternoon. Then he is taking rest. Most probably, maybe from Monday, he did not tell us. So it is too early to decide. So Swamiji may start satsang from Monday. Let us hope and pray. So this is the thing, and he is available for darshan. He will be coming there. He will be coming for Arati also. That's what he told. If he is okay, he will come for Arati, evening 6 o'clock Arati. You all can meet and have his darshan. Tomorrow bhi abhi aata hai. Abhi, now he said he will try to come. Let us see. He came little late, had lunch, and he was taking rest. He must have come. We will go and see now. He must have come in the building. Let us see. If he is there, you can come now only. You can have darshan. Otherwise, he told, it seems he will come for Arati also. 6 o'clock Samadhi Mandir Arati. So, and morning he will come for flower offering. Routine will start. He will be there. He will be available. You can meet him. You can talk to him. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams.